India has emphasized on peaceful settlements of disputes, application and strengthening of the rule of law at the United Nations Security Council. Underscoring the importance of the application of rule of law, India at the United Nations has stated that the international level should protect the sovereignty and territorial integrity of states from aggression, including cross-border terrorism. Take a look. India continues its strong and focused commitment to help UN member states build capacity to prevent and counter terrorism. Along with such monetary contribution in the fight against terrorism, New Delhi is always very vocal about this global threat. India has called for international solidarity to hold responsible under international law the countries that use cross-border terrorism. At the United Nations, India has emphasized that nations using terror to serve their narrow political interests must be held accountable, which would only be possible if states stand in unison against the global menace. The remarks came when India's representative at the UN, Ruchira Kamboj, was speaking on the debate of the rule of law among nations on January 12.
The application of the rule of law at the international level should protect the sovereignty and territorial integrity of states from aggression, including terrorism and including cross-border terrorism. States that use cross-border terror to serve narrow political purposes must be held accountable. This is only feasible when all countries stand together against common threats such as terrorism and do not engage in double standards for political expediency.
Speaking further on the debate, India's representative at the UN put forward the country's viewpoint on the matters critical for the conduct of rule of law among nations. Kamboj emphasized that all disputes should be resolved through peaceful means. She said that the principles of multilateralism and peaceful settlement of disputes in accordance with principles of international law can only succeed if the interaction between states is based on rules that aspire for greater collective welfare.
Mr. President, the purpose and relevance of multilateral organizations is increasingly being put to question. We have a collective responsibility and obligation to enhance the credibility and legitimacy of the international order. Let us strive to achieve this before it is too late.
New Delhi has been engaging with everybody around the world in order to curb the menace of terrorism. It has urged everybody to be on the same page when it comes to combating a common enemy. However, it has also been seeking reforms when it comes to working methods of subsidiary bodies of the Security Council. India warned these regimes to remain under constant review so that they can keep pace with the changing situation on the ground. An extra push comes in the backdrop of Pakistan's intensified multi-layered efforts at infiltrating terrorists into the Indian territory, denting harmony by stoking fanatic passions and flaring separatist agenda by working overtime to indoctrinate youths of Kashmir. Although they have been responded with an iron fist, India's aim is to bring a perennial state of peace in the country and around the world. And for that, all it has been demanding is an integrated response to terrorism, no matter where it is emanating from.